Hello, and welcome back to the Patterson High School Cosmetic Services YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Tucker, and today's focus is on my students' take-home kits. So at Patterson, I want to give a shout out to the leadership there with their support in making sure that every student received a home kit. So let's take a look at what my students received. It's almost like Christmas in April. Okay, so every student received a practice hand, which is of course plastic, a plastic practice hand, and a box of 100 nail tips, a block buffer, a nail brush, fingernail files, orange wood sticks, toenail clipper, cuticle nippers, cuticle scissors, cuticle pusher, brush on glue, and some nail art brushes, and silk adhesive nail wraps, and finally, one bottle of polish. So this is everything that the students received in their at-home kits. Now, let's make reference to a video that was taped prior to this one, and we discussed the state board pre-exam setup and disinfection. So my students are probably asking, well, Dr. Tucker, we didn't receive all the other items that's needed to practice the pre-exam setup and disinfectant. But I'm sure if you go into your recycling bin, which I hope that everyone is recycling, it's so important to recycle. You can, what I always like to say, be, and my students know this, resourceful. That is a word that I use consistently in class because we may not always have what we need. So that's when we have to get creative and resourceful. So let me show you what I mean by that. So in the prior video, we had these items that are necessary for the pre-exam setup and disinfection. So during this video, I would like to show my students how, in spite of the fact that I wasn't able to send you all these items, how you still can be resourceful at home and create what we're calling mock products, materials, and implements. Okay, so I'm just going to move these items to the middle of my table to make some space. Okay, so now you're probably saying, okay, Dr. Tucker, well, you have this nice manicuring bowl. And if you look in your recycling bin, I'm sure you have something that may look like this, that had some food items that came in it. You can wash it out and make this your manicuring bowl. Okay, and so with the nail brush that you received in your home kit, you can now place that just like this to mimic the nail brush, or actually the manicure bowl with the nail brush. Okay, now let's go on to the EPA approved disinfectant. And I found an empty spray bottle, and what I did, I took some jewelry cleaner, poured it in there, added water. So it does have somewhat of a tint. It may not be blue, just like the barbicide that we use for our disinfection. However, it does have a tint. And so my label says Mock EPA approved disinfectant and barbicide at the bottom. Okay, so this is your Mock disinfectant. Please be sure when you're labeling your products that you first at the top indicate that it's a mock, meaning that it's something that is standing in the place of something else. So we want to make sure that we do that. And the only thing I did was take some paper, whatever you have notebook paper, you can certainly use that, and some tape, a Sharpie marker, and just wrote in very neatly what this item represents. Okay, moving on to our massage cream. So instead of that, I took an empty makeup skincare little tube here. This is my Mock massage cream. You can also begin to clean out the storage underneath your sinks, something that's empty, has expired. You can certainly use that. Okay, so this is our Mock massage cream. And our water, I just took simply a empty bottle of spring water, labeled it water. So that's my water. Okay, moving on to our polish remover. I took an empty prescription bottle, labeled it Mock polish remover. Hand sanitizer, same thing there. This is an empty bottle, vitamin bottle. Made my label, it says Mock hand sanitizer. And cuticle cream. Same thing, I think this bottle looks familiar. It's white out. And it says Mock cuticle cream. Also, they want to see top coat and base coat. And fortunately, I was able to find something I had at home that's used for base and top coat. Okay, so this is dual purposed. And also, for our table setup, we need to have cotton. And so this is my cotton for my table setup. Interestingly, I actually created this. I took an X-Acto knife and cut a hole in the top, in the lid. Okay. And stuffed my cotton down in there. And this is the coil cotton, and then just pulled it through the hole. Okay, last but not least, they're expecting us to have a first aid kit. And so in place of our first aid kit, you can just take a little sandwich bag, label it first aid. I took the liberty to use a blue marker, and the red for you, like the Red Cross symbols. And so this is my first aid kit. So with these mock items here, you can still practice your state board, pre-exam, table setup, and disinfection, okay, without having your actual materials. So we are going to make this work with our experience in distant learning. We're going to be resourceful for what is already made available to us in our homes. So that's how we're going to make it work. I'm excited to come back and then demonstrate how to apply the nail plates onto your plastic hand so that we can prepare for the manicuring segment of our state board exam. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like this video and subscribe. Until next time, be well and stay well.